What up? What's going on? My name is Hal Rudnick, and you are now live with me on the Your Pal Hal show right here on Backchannel. Thanks for joining us, folks. Very excited to be here today. Big show, huge show, gigantic, enormous behemoth of a show. That's right. What are we going to do? I mean, first and foremost, fun. We're going to have a good time. You know what? We're probably going to have too much fun. You know what? Don't tell. You know what? Don't call the police and tattle that we're having too much fun, but that's what's going to happen right here. We're going to have too much fun. For the next 2 hours, we are going to be talking about pop culture, trending topics, current events, movies, TV, streaming, and then don't forget your requisite amount, the recommended daily allowance of goofs, gags, nonsense, shenanigans, hijinks, like just a random bird flying by. That's the kind of. Yep, there's a crow in my room. There you go. That's so unpredictable. Shenanigans, hijinks, nonsense, goofs, gags, you name it, happening right here on the Your Pal Hal show. And I'm very excited to have you with us. And whatever you're doing, I want to hang out with you. I want you to hang out with me. We're spending a little time together. We're enjoying some time together. And regardless of what you're doing, and whatever you're doing, that's cool. This is a judgment-free zone. So if you are working from home, great. If you are folding laundry, lovely. If you are contemplating existence and staring deeply into the endless void, I love it. All right? Let me hang with you while you're staring into the void, y'all. And I want to know what you're doing. Talk to us. And you can talk to us, you can communicate with this show, and you can be like right here, and I will read your comments on the air. I will give your shout outs. We will answer your questions. Talk to us a couple different ways. First off, if you're listening to us on your smart device, you can chit chat with us by getting your smart device's attention. Use the magic word say, and then plop in anything after that. So, smart device, say, I'm working from home, doing data entry. It's stealing my soul. I will feel your pain. I've been there. Or smart device, say, I'm folding laundry, working on my unmentionables. Don't mention it. Or a smart device, say, I am staring into the endless void, and the void stared back. Well, there's a development for you. Or you can go to YouTube, chit chat with us on YouTube. That's how that works. This is me typing in my thoughts on YouTube in the chat. Or you can go to backchannel.tv, chat with us there, and leave a review of the Your Pal Hal show. You can say, I don't like it when Hal talks about staring into the void. Or, I feel seen when Hal talks about staring into the void. Or, I have no idea what this guy's talking about when he mentions staring into the void. Feel free. Any or all of those thoughts are, you know what? You do you. I want the real you, okay? And you're gonna get the real me. There you go. Let's do this. It's 11:07 right here on the West Coast. We're going up till 1 o'clock. 2:07 on the East Coast. Going up till 4 o'clock. 1:07 in Omaha, Nebraska. going up till 3 o'clock. And it is 7:07 in London, England, where we will be going up until 9 o'clock. Let's bring in your friend and mine. Couldn't do the show without him. Unless we got another producer to fill in. But we'd miss him. We sure would miss him. He's producer Travis. Producer Travis, one of the better Chiron guys in the biz.
Thank you. I forgot that I accidentally trashed our Void chat Chiron from the other day, and I was regretting it throughout that entire segment, going, oh no, the Void.
Yeah, listen, I've been there. Oh, I've been there. Like, I've had days where I've just been like, what is happening in life?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was most of last year, wasn't it? It was great.
Oh, I mean, the last 2 years. The last 6 years.
The last six. Most of my life that I can recollect.
Yeah. To paraphrase Lloyd Bridges from the movie Airplane, guess I picked the wrong week to stop sniffing glue. Travis,
good movie. Mm-hmm.
What's I haven't seen you in 22 hours or so.
Just about. Yeah.
What the hell's going on with you, Travis?
Oh boy. Well, I'm still here in sunny but cold Medford, Oregon, hanging out, spending time with the family, sidecarring my grandmother's first watch through Game of Thrones, which is
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, what does your grandmother think of all the sex and the incest in Game of Thrones?
She's read the books before, so
really
she has
wow,
a context.
Your grandmother is a George R. R. Martin enthusiast, huh?
Absolutely, yeah. She's a lady with of many tastes, very open in terms of the content she consumes. But that said, HBO really goes there, and she said, I don't know that they got to do that with all the blood and all the stuff, but it's okay.
Sure, the blood in this. There's plenty of blood in the stuff.
Yeah,
you got there's blood and there's stuff in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah. But that's been a good time. So we've been canning a couple of those episodes every night, and
nice.
Along with that, watching basketball with my dad. Fun pastime. Sure. And just soaking in the family energy, so to speak.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hanging with the fam.
There
you go. And yet you still haven't seen the Batman, correct?
Have not hide nor hair of the Batman.
Gotcha. Well, you know what? Are you what's your do you feel like this is something you're gonna like from hearing the reviews, or do you feel like are you nervous? Where do you stand?
I feel content. I've spoken with enough people that I have known for long enough who have had a good enough time with it. Everybody I trust on this stuff has said basically the same thing that you said yesterday, which, you're someone I trust on these kind of things, which is to say,
right on.
Yeah, it was a good Batman movie. Pretty good.
Yeah. You know what? It's not a bad Batman movie.
Yeah. It's
you know what I mean?
Consensus I've heard is that it's actually a pretty good Batman movie, and they're like, hey, we're not changing cinema here, but in terms of Batman movies, yeah, right on.
Very nice. And Travis, let me put you on the spot. What's your favorite Batman movie of all time?
Oh boy, it's funny because the first one I saw, usually I do have an odd affinity for Batman Forever because I was like 7 when that hit. And it was colorful. But I would also, Jim Carrey was one of my favorite actors, but I would say it's got to be The Dark Knight. That's just, it feels unassailable, mountaintop. It's emblazoned. The jerseys and the rafters, Dark Knight, you can't beat it.
Very nice. Yeah, I'd probably say the same thing. But the entire Nolan trilogy. Here's the thing. Like I mentioned this yesterday. I don't know that I would definitely put this above Dark Knight Rises. I feel like Dark Knight Rises gets maligned a little bit, but Yeah, but this is good. Too long though. Too long. Yeah, I
What's
told you while I was in the theater. I was like, please end now.
I release
Please,
me.
time to end.
Release me, sir. What's interesting to me is though The Dark Knight is, for my money, the best Batman movie, I feel that, and it may be consensus, I don't know, that Batman is not, that's not the best Batman, though. Like, Bale's
Mm-hmm.
great, but he's not the best part of that movie by, like, a stretch. He's there doing his job, he's putting in the work, but, which begs the question, not necessarily who is your favorite Batman, but I guess even in individual movies, which movie has your favorite Batman stuff?
Right, right. You know, the Batman, Nolan's first Batman movie,
Begins.
Batman Begins, is might be there because that is like his story of going through the League of Shadows and with Ra's al Ghul and everything. Like that gives you that lets you know, oh, this is how Batman became the badass that he is. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I think that's pretty rad. What
I
about you?
agree. I'd honestly say the same. That has the most, because it's a movie. It delivers on the title. It's the beginning of Batman, and I didn't catch that in theaters. I think I had like the flu and was at home sick, and just caught that movie in some sort of fever stupor, and was like, "This is the coolest thing I've seen in my life." This guy did so many push-ups. Oh my god! And it's just like, and it's that
Yep.
movie, contrary to The Dark Knight, where Heath Ledger is so much, as big as a presence, if not more, than Batman. Like, Batman is the biggest thing in that movie. Like, Cillian Murphy's Scarecrow is great and a cool,
Yes.
really cool the way they did that. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Batman's great.
Yeah.
He's good at it.
There you go. Want to give some shout outs to folks hanging out with us today. Doug is listening to the Bowling Green Mustangs. Very nice, Doug. Thank you for joining us from Ohio. Our good friend Stacy is in the house. Stacy loves Batman Forever.
What up?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, just a big, fun, over the top, silly Batman movie. Good stuff, Stacy. Yorit is in the house. Yorit, yes to you, yes to you. John, thank you for joining us. Appreciate you being here, kicking it live with your pal Hal. We're gonna be going strong for the next 2 hours. We got 4 in Minnesota. Thanks for hanging with us. And Diana is here. And there was Travis. Did you see
Yes.
this name in the stream that I am that mentions you?
Hey boy, who's here now? Which one of my many admirers or
Do you want to
haters?
read what that name is? Do you want to read what that person put in as their name?
I
Travis.
would love to. It seems that, quote, producer Travis, can you put diapers on me, end quote, has joined the stream. And whether that is your name or a request, no.
No,
No, thank you.
no.
No,
So
thank you.
we can say definitively here today that
Yes.
producer Travis will not put diapers. That he's not taking those kinds of requests, folks.
I'm
And
not.
I mean, that's a naughty request, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I going too far, Travis? If I say shame, naughty,
I think in this context, it's entirely appropriate.
shame on you.
Yeah, there's a benefit of
Yeah.
the doubt I'll give to a lot of things. That's not one of them. You know what
Yeah,
you're doing.
I mean, we don't need
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that.
But I will say, if someone's, what if it's what if a baby, what if it's a baby with a full diaper? Then
Then
Travis,
look, if that is true, and they were able to log on, at this point we are in baby geniuses territory. Like the movies, and
yes,
at that point, like, look, just figure it out. And also, you have all that genius, and you found your way to, like, call anybody, do something else. I am not. I'm the like that's. This is not. I'm not your answer. I'm sorry, but I
what if
wouldn't be as
it's
mad.
what if it's an elder?
Okay, again, I would say that there are better. Now, I would remove the shame component. That's an understandable
Yeah,
condition to be in, understandable state. However, I still cannot help you. I cannot.
gotcha. Um, Travis, utmost respect for that, and I agree with you.
Thank
I
you.
would not be in. Listen, I'm not in the diaper changing business either, unless it's unless it's a relative who needs my help, either very young or very old. That's it. That's it. Hey, and what someone does in the privacy of their own changing station, that's up to them. Also, Travis's mom is in the house. Do we need that kind of talk?
Yeah, exactly.
Travis's mom agrees with me. Debbie Butterfield. Yeah, poor taste question. Would you put diapers on me? But you know what? I will also say this. It's not entirely unfunny.
Okay.
Did I just undermine everything I said?
I mean, what else is new?
Travis, will you put the diaper on the baby?
I've done, I think, maybe 1 or 2 diapers in my entire life, and I just look. I really respect anybody who can pull that off.
The only person I ever put a diaper on. Well, I put diapers on 2 people.
Yeah.
My dog Millie.
Oh, oh no.
Yeah, and me, because I've worn adult undergarments on stage playing a giant man baby in sketch comedy.
That tracks.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, you do sketch comedy for live, live and on film and wherever for 20 years or so. You're gonna do some weird stuff.
You're gonna put a
You're
diaper
gonna
on.
do some weird stuff. All right, Travis. It's 11:19 right here on the West Coast in the home office, Los Angeles, California. And you know what? I think it's time to jump into the Twitterverse, dive into the Twitter sphere, and talk about trending topics. Oh, Travis, you gave us a theme song.
Sorry, we're working on this. I mean, I'm not sorry. Yes, I did. We're working on the comprehensive sound effects board. Should be up and running by tomorrow.
A couple before we hit our trending topics. A couple of thoughts here. Who's changed a diaper should be banished to the rejected segments from here on out. Rob Schaefer. You know what? Not a bad call. Not a bad call. Rob Schaefer. Level heads prevail here. Thank you, Rob. And then our friend Nimish Hindwan joining us. Hal, who's your biological father? Well, of course, it's Scott Mance. Scott Mance is my biological father, Nimish. Thank you. And our pal Grass Puddle chiming in with one of the great quotes, I think, from Kindergarten Cop. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
That's a good Schwarzenegger.
Is it a good Schwarzenegger?
I think so.
Listen, I'm the Kindergarten Cop. 2 weeks. What's that from?
Oh,
2 weeks.
Nothing. It's escaping.
Don't
I got
lose
it.
your head.
I got it.
Don't lose your head. 2 weeks.
Nope. Gone.
2 weeks. It's from Total Recall. Total Recall.
How long? As soon as it gets weird.
Yeah. How long are you going to Mars?
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring up some trending topics. A little bit about the Ukraine. A little bit about Ukraine. Total Recall. Grass Puddle knows it.
Real quick,
All
speaking of dads and Batman, my dad's watching the show and decided to text me directly that he likes Adam West the best. So there's that. Yeah.
Old school. That's a totally different kind of Batman. And you know what? That was my first introduction to Batman. I will tell you what. When I was a kid in the 80s, like sitting in front of the TV, they would rerun those Batman shows, and I was like, "Whoa, cool!" And then they would end on cliffhangers. They would end on cliffhangers, and it's like, I need to see the next one. It was so rad. It was done kind of in the style of like 1940s serials. Do you know what serials are? Yeah,
I do.
Flash Gordon and all these serials from the 1940s. Shazam was one. And the serials would end on a cliffhanger, and you'd be like, oh, I got to come back to the movie theater next week. And Batman Batman 1966 Batman the same way. The same way. Like Batman would be like laying on a table and like there would be a saw blade coming towards his coming right up the middle of him, like between his legs, and it's like, will Batman escape? Will Robin arrive in time? Tune in next time. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Nice.
There
And
you
and the
go.
funniest. Probably the funniest Batman.
Oh, goofy and funny. Rob Schaefer chiming in. I still think Batman 66 is my favorite. It is just flat out fun. I'm tired of the dark emo Batman that we've had for the last 30 years. I mean, yeah, like I would say the last 22 years. I mean, the George Clooney and Val Kilmer were brooding, but there was like so much camp and silliness in those. But yeah, no, I don't blame you, Rob Schaefer. Like we have entered the time of the David Fincher influenced Christopher Nolan Batman, Matt Reeves, but like definitely touches of Fincher in this new film. Yeah, I don't mind it, Rob Schaefer, but yeah, it is a far cry from what we used to had. There was a whimsy and joy in those Tim Burton movies as well. So I appreciate where you're coming from, but yeah, I don't mind it though. I like dark, gritty. I mean. I'm not like gonna go shop at Hot Topic, but like I like the dark and gritty Batman. All right, let's talk about the evacuations in Ukraine. President. Let's shift gears. Talk about President Biden announcing ban on Russian energy.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I believe that I think I may have followed the incorrect link here.
That's okay. We'll start there, and it's all related to a topic that we're talking about, Ukraine, the crisis in Ukraine. So President Biden announces a ban on Russian energy imports. During his White House remarks, President Joe Biden announced a ban on Russian oil and other energy imports in response to the invasion of Ukraine. Biden acknowledged that the move would drive up U.S. energy and gas prices for Americans, saying, defending freedom is going to cost. According to the Associated Press, the U.S. will make the move unilaterally, but are acting in close consultation with European allies who are more reliant on Russian energy supplies and may not be able to join in immediately. So, yeah, that's part of our moves to sanction, to try to punish Russia for their aggression against a sovereign nation, Ukraine, is less use, less dependence on their energy. And for one, listen, it's a case to case basis. There's no one way people should feel about this. I mean, I do feel like people should be upset with Russia, but listen, I'm not a father of four who has to commute every week or every day to work. Like, I'm a little bit less affected the amount of driving that I do. I still got to fill up the tank. Listen, I still feel the pinch at the pump. You know what I mean? But, it's a tough time. But I'll tell you what I am doing. My dependence on Russian caviar. I told Travis this. Travis, come on in. I eat a big bowl. I eat a big bowl of Russian caviar every day.
A handful at least.
Oh, a bowl, like a big cereal bowl with a spoon of Russian beluga caviar. But I've cut my caviar intake in half.
Oh, good.
And I drink a full bottle of Russian vodka every day.
Okay.
And I've cut that in half. And then the other half I'm drinking is Tito's.
Okay,
But
so are you?
I'm just kidding.
Are you gonna wean all the way to Tito's, or
I'm just
Okay.
I'm just trying to make something silly out of something terrible happening in the world. So we are limiting. We are ending our Russian fuel and oil importing here. So part of the price of war. And then the Ukraine evacuations. If you want to bring up that story, please, Travis.
Oh, I see what happened now. That I think our links got a little screwed up. Let me find the Ukraine evacuations real quick.
Oh, did I post the wrong link?
That is okay. I think there was a little bit of a whoop 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 with that. There we go. There we
All right,
go.
let me
There
see.
we go. Let me find here. Let me find here. Let me find here. There we go. Yada yada yada. We're doing this in real time, folks.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Boom.
Evacuation. Let me find the latest on the Ukraine
Oh, yeah.
evacuations. Oh, is this about the Russian offer to evacuate Ukrainian refugees? Oh, here we go. I think. Let's see.
The
Got a
Red
Wall Street
Cross
Journal.
has here. I got it, Travis.
Oh, cool.
The Red Cross has verified the civilian evacuation route from Mariupol is mined. Additionally, Russia is using internationally banned butterfly mines. So people are saying that there was an agreement for humanitarian evacuations, and humanitarian aid to go to Ukraine, but so there are multiple reports that Russia is not handling this in good faith. So and that's, I don't know, that seems like, I don't use this term lightly, a war crime. An IRC spokesperson clarified to Newsweek on Monday in an interview. Earlier today, our director of operations, Dominic Stillhart, said that the road the safe passage convoy was supposed to take is mined. And then there are images coming out of Ukraine. I don't know if Travis or anyone saw the picture. Travis, if you could find this picture of the train leaving Kharkiv, Ukraine, it looks like it's just a stunning image. It's a stunning image. It looks like like a train or an image from World War II, or just very frightening. Tonight we got word of another. This is comes from last night. Another station in Lviv that just started to receive trains from Ukraine. Officials say 60,000 people may arrive here daily as evacuations from the east increase. So, children were reportedly killed by a blast at a checkpoint in Kyiv. Evacuation efforts failed again in southern Ukraine. Yeah. So, really, there's like no good news coming out of this. The evacuations are fraught. The aid that we're trying to bring to the folks in the Ukraine is haphazard, thanks to all the potential dangers, and it continues. It continues. By the way, shout out to Hetty, who just joined the stream. Barbara, welcome to your Pal Hal show. Doug letting us know. We always love a little snack talk on the show. Listen, the world might be on fire, but we can still enjoy snacks. Am I right, folks? And Doug said his mom's going to stop and get some popcorn chicken. Doug, that sounds delish. Rob Schaefer chiming in. Hal will only be eating 1 tin of Strotarga Bianco caviar a day from here on out. Stick to it. Stick it to Russia. Thank you, Rob. Listen, let's not forget, not all heroes wear capes. Some wear headphones. some wear headphones, and make a moderate sacrifice in regards to the amount of caviar they're eating a day. And you know what? If I was a single man, I'm not. Listen, I got a ring on it. Sorry, ladies and gents. Sorry, y'all. Taken. But I'll tell you this. I'm not afraid to say this. If I was a single man, I would not date any Russian supermodels. All right? That's my stand. How will you take a stand? I'm making a hypothetical statement about my previous life. That is I will die on that hill. Horrible. Sorry. Thank you for obliging me that. Travis, Travis, come on in here for a sec. True or false, Travis? True or false? Travis, where are you? Come on in here, Travis. Are you with me?
Yes.
Travis, true or false? You're a big crypto guy. You're one of these crypto guys we hear so much about, right?
False.
You're a big crypto guy.
Unequivocally. Categorically false.
All right, so I guess the jury's still out on whether Travis is a crypto guy. But apparently, crypto is going to be. We're going to be looking at it under more of a microscope here. Governmentally, we are going to be sanctioning the industry here. President Biden to sign a crypto executive order this week as the crypto industry faces sanctions and pressure. President Joe Biden is set to sign an executive order this week that will outline the U.S. government's strategy for cryptocurrencies as the crypto industry faces sanctions and pressure, sources say. Let's scroll down and see a little bit more. The executive order will direct federal agencies to examine potential regulatory changes as well as national security and economic impact of digital assets, sources say, says Bloomberg Crypto. The administration's crypto approach attracted fresh attention as Washington and its allies levied sanctions on Russia, prompting concerns that firms and individuals there could use crypto to evade restrictions. White House declined to comment on that. Biden's team is under pressure to play more of a coordinating role as industry executives express what they say is a lack of clarity on U.S. rules. Yeah, it's it's like the Wild West, crypto. It's, as many people you can get on board, that's what's going to drive it or tank it or whatever the case may be. So we're going to start being regulated. We shall see. We are in the early stages of this. Matt Damon wants us to be bold, but that Matt Damon made enough crypto money. He was able to buy a zoo. So listen. That's I wouldn't mind buying a zoo like Matt Damon, but in that movie. But so U.S. government is going to start weighing in and regulating crypto, which I don't know. It right now it just to me it just seems like a form of legalized gambling. It's like stock market. It's like futures. There it is. So, bring that up, Travis. There you go. Let's take a look. Oh, boy. From the director of Jerry Maguire, we bought a zoo. Damon, Scarjo. Is that Elle Fanning in there? Oh, boy. They, we had... there was a renaissance of zoo movies. We had We Bought a Zoo, The Zookeeper's Wife, that Kevin James Zookeeper. That would be a fun movie marathon. The Zoo. You know what? Actually, it wouldn't be. It seems like, are any of those movies good? Like, I watched some of The Zookeeper's Wife, just very depressing. It's, it takes place during World War II, and it's like, you know, the Germans invade, and the Nazis, Nazis suck, and they really effed up this zoo. Zookeeper's Wife is a bummer. We Bought a Zoo seems kind of just dumb. It's like a joke. Kevin James Zookeeper. I mean, it's no Paul Blart. That that's the worst idea I've had, everybody, today. I apologize for my suggestion of a zoo movie marathon. Would not be fun. I'm shutting it down. Canceling it. Travis, can you call up that theater space that I rented and let him know that just thank you. I'm very sorry for this bad idea. Good Chiron, Travis. Good Chiron. Yeah, let the people know that my zoo marathon is canceled.
I don't think we can get the deposit back.
You know what? We'll eat the deposit.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Travis making ASMR coffee slurping noises there.
Sorry.
The Ukrainian borscht, not Russian borscht, for the rest of the year, says Grass Puddle. Yes. I stand with Ukraine. I'm not afraid to say that. Do you think this is affecting all the Russian male brides? Might be a little tougher. To you know what? I am married, but if I was a single man, I would vow not to get a Russian mail order bride. All right, not afraid to make that qualification and take that firm defiant stance either. Oh boy, you know what? Listen, to tell you a couple things about me. I'm a whimsical guy. You know, I try to embrace my childlike vision of the world. I hope for good, and I like and all of that. What does that include? I love amusement parks and theme parks. I enjoy the wizarding world of Harry Potter. I enjoy I like Hogwarts. I like Harry, Hermione, from Ravenclaw to Hufflepuff. I'm a fan. But you know what I don't like? J.K. Rowling's transphobia. I mean, boo! It stinks. It really stinks. Because she is, positing that, she is taking this hardline stance that trans women aren't women. And she, again and again, she wants to die on that hill. And I think it's hateful. And I think she is claiming an understanding of something that is extremely complicated, and and it is alienating and making life tougher for a group of people because it furthers hateful ideologies. And she's back on that track. J.K. Rowling receives criticism for a series of tweets following UK Shadow Minister of Equalities Annalise Dodd's comment about the Labour Party's definition of a woman. So J.K. Rowling has fallen down that rabbit hole of being convinced trans people are automatically sexual predators. Wow. I mean, I know a good handful, several trans people that I work with, that I've done comedy shows with. I know parents who are raising trans children. And the one commonality that I have seen in my empirical evidence is that this is not an issue these people enter into lightly. It is the one of the deepest, most powerful. It's not even a decision. The decision to live your truth. It is an innate feeling that, from what I've heard and the stories and what I've seen of these people living their truths, and to and to equate being trans to having some ulterior motive, some lurking in the shadows. Oh, this is how I'm gonna, you know, this is how I'm going to, you know, get my some sort of jollies or satisfaction. That's a disgusting dismissal of people's truths. And yeah, J.K. Rowling, I don't know, maybe she needs to sit down and talk with some people who are living this experience. It is, yeah, really an unfortunate point of view that she hits time and time again. People are sick of it. People are sick of her with this, hateful ideology. Yeah. It bums me out, man. Let's see if there's anything else about this. Travis, if you want to bring that story back up. Yeah, as someone who survived sexual abuse and assault, I find this viewpoint insulting. Predators are predators. You know what? Yeah, let's scroll up, Travis. I'm a cis woman that's cisgendered, which, by the way, a lot of people ask, what. I'm sure many people listening understand the terms, but cisgender means that you identify as the gender that you were assigned at birth. So that's just what that means, as opposed to transgender, someone who feels they are their gender is different from what they were born as. Or assigned at birth. I'm a cis woman who's never once struggled with her gender identity, and yet I find it incredibly easy to not exclude and harass women who aren't cis on a day that's supposed to be for all of us. I can't believe people are still agreeing with J.K. Rowling in 2022. Truly disgusting. Yeah, the comment below is to J.K. Rowling. It just simply put, oh my God, shut up. Great. Our Travis, our moms are in the house. Debbie Butterfield says someone of her celebrity should keep her ignorance to herself because she's only feeding the hatred that transgender people deal with daily. Well put, Debbie Butterfield. Absolutely.
Come on.
And my mom, an equally important comment here. Travis, keep that up so I can screen. I am literally screen grabbing this right now. Okay. There we go. Thank you, Travis. Yes.
Oh, Mom.
Very important. Listen, my mom likes it when when I shave, and I got a haircut last week. Things are really coming together over here in the in the home office in Los Angeles, California. Thank you, Mom. So yeah, listen, and here's the thing. The idea of who is trans and the acceptance of trans people, it's evolved and changed in my lifetime. I don't fault people for asking questions and having a little bit of confusion in regards to some of these issues, but to a track record of years of just not accepting. And not just not accepting, but demeaning. Yeah, that's a hurtful ideology. Not a fan. Not a fan. Not a fan of. Not a fan of hate. And yeah, trans rights are human rights. So there you go. Oh, in lighter news, who doesn't love lamb chop? Also, I could ask the question, who knows who lamb chop is? I know who lamb chop. Oh, Travis.
I know who
Oh,
Lamb Chop is.
Travis proudly knows who lamb chop is. So,
Yep. Did Lamb
uh,
Chop say something racist?
lamb chop has gotten canceled. No,
Oh no!
that would be amazing. Uh, that would be insane. No, for some reason, I don't even know. I don't know why. I don't know how. Uh, lamb chop was trending, so I'm just like, uh, uh, lamb chop was trending, and I'm like, you know what? That is so weird that this character from like the 70s was trending. Lamb chop, for those who don't know, lamb chop is a sock puppet that kind of became a popular like little TV character. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind bringing that up, Travis. There we go. People share their memories of lamb chop, and a little lamb, female lamb, a puppet character. I don't like an you. An you. How would you say those two words together, Travis? An you. An you.
Could
An
say.
you.
I guess that's correct. Oh no. I guess that would be a. I feel like that would have to be a you. This hurts.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Travis. By the way, Travis, you're. Oh no. Now you're with us. I feel like you're frozen sometimes. There you go. Yeah. I just. Yeah. Give me some movement.
Serpentine.
Yes. Thank you, Travis. A you puppet character created by ventriloquist Sherry Lewis. Who first joined us on the Captain Kangaroo show. Yeah, my mom chiming in with a little love for Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop. There she is, holding her puppet. And Lamb Chop talked like this. Hi, I'm Lamb Chop. Oh, I'm a Lamb Chop. I'm a you. All right, let's see some of these. This looks like it was in Canada, Saskatoon.
Saskatoon.
Sure. Since lamb chop is trending.
Aww.
Oh, there's a puppy dog with a lamb chop. Him love his lamb chop. Keep going. Listen, I'm not afraid to baby talk a dog. Yes, Lamb Chop and Sherry Lewis, we loved them. I mean, for no reason, Lamb Chop. But people are chiming in. My mom is excited about this. This is the first trending topic that my mom's gotten excited about. Oh my God, Travis, our friend Rob Schaefer tweeted us a picture of his dog with a lamb chop that he bought her. Is this Sherry Lewis's lamb chop, or is this like a meat lamb chop?
I'm on it.
Thanks, Travis. Also from Rob Schaefer, I'll say this: McDonald's temporarily close all of its restaurants in Russia, saying it cannot ignore the needless human suffering unfolding in Ukraine. Just eating at McDonald's is needless human suffering. Oh, Rob Schaefer, zing. Yeah. What's going on in the Ukraine? McDonald's not loving it. Not loving it. Rob Schaefer, you old son of a gun. That's a good-looking dog, and that's a cute little lamb chop puppet. That's great. What kind of dog is that, Rob Schaefer? It looks a little bit like a Weimaraner, but a Weimaraner is gray. I know. So yeah, let me know that. What kind of dog is that, Rob Schaefer? But and what's your dog's name, if you don't mind my asking? I don't want you to give us your internet passwords or anything, but that's a good looking dog, and Rob Schaefer. That's a great picture. Thank you. Uh, all right, lamb chop trending. Oh, next we got a couple of sports stories here. Uh, oh, before I hit that, uh, Doug asks, what kind of razor do I use to shave with? Are you an electric razor? Are you the electric razor that you can? Or do I use an electric razor? So I I kind of jump from razor to razor, and I
That
use
sounds
a mock.
death defying.
I jump from razor to razor. I live
While
life on the.
shaving.
I live life on the razor's edge, baby. Um, I use a Gillette Mach 3. The Gillette Mach 3 is what I've settled into. But this is going to sound. Here's a little life hack that I found. Not even a life hack, but razors are kind of pricey. And I found a razor that I like to use. 7-Eleven brand razors. Yeah, I know, right? What? But they're like very quality disposable razors with like 5 blades. Like I went through a period where I was super brand loyal to 7-Eleven brand razors. I've also done Gillette Fusion. I've also done Dollar Shave Club. Now I'm on I'm using Mach 3s. I'm using Mach 3s. It's a 3-blade system. Oh, Rob Schaefer getting back to us. That is Lily the Wiesla. And it is in the Weimaraner family. Very nice. That's a good-looking beast you got there, Rob. I like it. Thanks, Rob, for the info. Our pal Andy McLean. What up, Andy? The longest you've ever let your beard go. Never remember seeing it super long back in the movie fights, Screen Junkies days. That's a good, like twice in my life, I've had beards, like longish beards. I can probably bring up a picture from when I was in college. In college, I was the bearded man. And then probably about 10, 15 years ago, I grew a good beard, but yeah, rarely if ever, rarely if ever. And now, when not that it's neither here nor there, but like my beard grows in all gray, so it makes me feel and look older. And I'm hanging on with a death grip to my youth. I mean, so to speak. But let's see. What you know what? I'll find a bearded picture of myself another time. But yeah, I have had a bushy beard like a couple of times in my life, but not very often. Okay, so Russell Westbrook was trending with some of his comments. He's getting much maligned. He joined a new team this year, the Los Angeles Lakers. Russell Westbrook, by the way, he's going to be an NBA Hall of Famer. He's a former MVP. He puts up great stats, but some of his on-court decision-making, his shooting, uh, and his turnovers can be a little bit haphazard, and it kind of colors like how you view him as a player. And he's getting a lot of hate from fans. And he at a press conference, he was saying he doesn't like people using his name Westbrook and making puns or making up mean nicknames for him, like West Brick. You know, when you shoot a poor basketball shot, it's called a brick. And he came out against that. Travis, what do you think about this? He said because he doesn't want his kids to be called those names. And as a father, I kind of I feel like that point of view is valid. But then I also think that's part of what athletes are paid for. You know, they Athletes get millions of dollars, and if you're going to be in the spotlight, there could be bad publicity. There could be there could be the front page of the sports section or trending topics are going to go after you. They're going to drag your reputation and call you names and call you out when you're underperforming or when it's underwhelming. So, yeah, Travis, I know you're a big basketball fan. Where do you stand? Like, if someone threatens or sends death threats, that's crossing the line. Okay? So, any kind of comments towards someone's family, despicable. But the name calling, the chants, that is, I think it's part of the bargain there. And Andy McLean says, one thing to make comments to go after someone's wife, husband, mother, family, yes, unacceptable. But to make fun of your last name, get over it. That's part of being a professional athlete with fans. Andy McLean, I think he speaks the truth. What do you think, Travis?
So Westbrook has had a few instances over the past couple of years where fans have, to an inappropriate degree, gotten into it with him on the court. Now, he's got a hot head. He'll dig back. There was that thing in Utah where the guy was basically saying pretty thinly veiled racist adjacent remarks, got the guy kicked out. All that stuff I understand. Stuff about his family, as Andy McLean says. But, so I can understand where that might put him at like an 8 out of 10 when he gets criticism, as opposed to maybe a 2, because he's faced some harsh, undue criticism for how good he's been as a player. That said, as of now, where was this? I think he's shooting like 22% from 3. Like, just stop chucking shots and we won't call you Westbrook. Like, for the love of God.
Yeah.
The man cannot stop chucking. And he's like, it's just do what I do. And, I can't even begin to form a comprehensive criticism of Russell Westbrook because there's so much that he's doing this season that is driving me absolutely insane. The fact that he can line up in the corner wide open and the home crowd goes, no! And he takes it anyways, and it clanks. Like, all right, man, you've earned it.
Maybe make that adjustment. But no, Andy and Travis are absolutely right, and like kind of echoing something I was saying. Like, if the criticism from the fans is racially motivated, hell no. It's 2022. Shouldn't even have to remind people that. You are crossing a line. Eject that person from the stadium, over the line. That is disgusting, dehumanizing. And if you go after someone's personal life, their family, God forbid, try to contact them or their family or threaten them about their family, no. But if you are criticizing someone about their basketball performance, and doing puns on their name, I had a good one. I'm guilty of it. You want to hear it?
Please, fire away.
The Anaheim Angels, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, used to have an outfielder named Garrett Anderson. And I berated him at a game with a ruthless taunt.
What'd you tell? What'd you say?
This is true. I called out, Garrett, go eat a carrot.
What is that even supposed to criticize? Is that advice?
It was. I was. You know what? I was just giving him the what for. That's how I roll.
All right.
Hey, I was in the stands.
Okay.
At
so
Angel Stadium.
What position does he? Is he in the outfield?
He was in the outfield.
Was he close enough? Yeah. Okay. So I'm Garrett. I'm standing in the outfield, minding my own business.
Hey, Garrett, go eat a carrot.
I don't know. So if you're gonna if you're trying to throw him off his game, yeah, I think you could try being a little meaner next time. I gotta be honest.
Whoa, 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 Travis. Are you one of these guys threatening Russell Westbrook's family?
No, no. There is a large midfield between those two extremes.
Travis, we have two breaking football stories this morning.
Oh yes, we do.
One just in that we were going to get to, and the chat is bringing it up. Andy McLean, speaking of sports, Russell Wilson, Super Bowl champion, one of the best quarterbacks of the past decade, is on the move. And, it's a little bit of a bummer just because, like, if I was a Seahawks fan, I'd be kind of pissed. But then again, they're kind of in rebuilding mode now. But yeah, it's gone are the days when your favorite player will spend his whole career with your team or one team. Very few and far between nowadays. And Russell Westbrook has been traded, or not Russell Westbrook. Man, it's all Russell. Speaking of sports, listen, this is the Russell segment. Uh, Russell Wilson, Russell Wilson traded to the Seattle Seahawks, or traded to the Broncos. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Russell Wilson traded from the Seahawks to the Broncos. Let's see. Let's see what's up with what they get in return for multiple draft picks and players. A source confirmed. So yeah, Denver Broncos. They've done this before, bringing in the. So Seattle receives Drew Lock, Shelby Harris, Noah Fant. I had him briefly on my fantasy team. He's a tight end. 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, a 5th round. That's a haul. That's a haul for Wilson. So there you go. Also in quarterback news, Aaron Rodgers, it looks like he's signing a 4-year, $200 million contract. That's $50 million a year to stay in Green Bay. So, here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers, much maligned, with good reason, for lying about his vaccine status, for using bizarre, for consulting with Joe Rogan for medical advice, and for his odd, stances on medical freedom. But great quarterback. And, if I was a Green Bay fan, I'd be very happy about this because there's something nice about you want your players like, Kobe Bryant or Derek Jeter or someone you love being with your team for life. I don't know. There's something wonderful about that for a fan, as opposed to Brett Favre, like Green Bay legend, played with, left a bad taste in everybody's mouth, going and in Green Bay fans' mouth, playing with the Vikings and the Jets at the end of his career. So, Andy McLean saying Jimmy Garoppolo and Carson Wentz, they will most certainly be on the move. Aaron Rodgers, hey everyone, just wanted to clear some things up. Yes, I will be playing with the Packers next year. However, reports about me signing a contract are inaccurate, as are the supposed terms of the contract. Okay, there you go. So he's saying he will be back with the Packers, but the exact terms, TBD. Thank you for that, Travis, for correcting my little bit of misinformation from me. Listen.
Hey, who's to say? If we're talking about misinformation, he said that. Lord knows how accurate that is.
Yes, true. So
from Throw Rogan.
Yeah, there. Throw Rogan. That got nice. Very nice. Very nice. And it's International Women's Day. You know what? We talk about a lot of days, a lot of hashtags, days. Hamburger Day. National Text Your Loved Ones Day. National Owl Day. National Wear Your Shades Day. But today's a good day. International Women's Day. Let's bring up that hashtag. Let's bring that up, Travis, and see if there's anything what to report. There's Greta Thunberg. She's I believe she's a young person with a good head on her shoulders, trying to sound the alarm bells about how we are really destroying this planet. Climate change is real. There's a hot take for you. International Women's Day is not for celebrating. It's for protesting against and raising awareness about the fact that people are still being oppressed or treated differently because of their gender. Hell yeah. I mean, I think it's all of the above. This is me, a cisgender white dude, whatever. But like, I think celebrate women. But yes, let's not forget that women are subjugated and mistreated across the world. So that is a truism. That is a truism. And it's not lost on me. Let's see a little bit more of that. If you want to scroll, please. Elvira on International Women's Day. We're sending all of our sisters around the world power, strength, and most of all, magic. And there's Elvira and Morticia Adams and the Munsters and just all of the Munsters and monsters and creepy gals. All the creepy gals from Elvira. Very good. What else, Travis? Scrolling. Women in the Ukraine serving today. The resilience of Ukrainian women who stayed to fight. Respect. Absolutely. Blue and yellow. Maya Angelou. Each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it, possibly without claiming it, she stands up for all women. Each time a woman stands up for herself without knowing it, without claiming it, she stands up for all women. Be the change. Another perfect morning in paradise. Nothing could ruin this day. Hi, I'm a woman with an apple. Oh my goodness. Well, listen. Marvel Comics celebrating those their female Marvel heroes, powerful women. Doctor Who, happy International Women's Day. The female doctor. There's the college swimmer. She said, trans swimmer. Happy International Women's Day. More soldiers of the Ukraine. There you go. A lot of trending posts, hashtags. Happy International Women's Day to all the anime women as well. Happy International Women's Day, everybody. Very nice. By the way, I want to shout out Ray Lynn, who joined the stream. Spencer, what is up? Danielle, thank you for being here. Melinda, appreciate you. Rowan, what's going on? Jenny joined the stream. Thanks for being here. All right, Travis, let's take a quick look at our Twitter deep dive of the day. And today's Twitter deep dive is none other than, you know what, we've been on a little bit of a pizza kick and we're going to keep it going. This pizza kick with Little Caesars. We're going to take a look at the Twitter account belonging to Little Caesars Pizza, and we'll see. We will judge them on their Twitter presence. First off, right there in the banner, you got the Batman calzone. It's a calzone slash open. It's an open face calzone that is, yeah, Grasspuddle knows it. That is sort of shaped like the Batman symbol. Emphasis on sorta. Listen, I could go for a bite of that thing right now. I'm not going to lie. We're not Big Pizza. We're Little Caesars. There you go. Okay, first off, I like that. It's just simple and fun, their bio. 358,000 followers. Not bad. Better than some, worse than others. Let's see some of those tweets, Travis. All right, pinned tweet. It's not just pizza, it's a Batman calzone. Try one for yourself, and don't forget to see The Batman, only in theaters March 4th. Rob Schaefer saying, my son begged me to get a bat calzone last Friday. It was one of the worst things I've ever eaten. Well, and that's coming from executive chef Rob Schaefer. I rarely eat Little Caesars, but I did have. I was very intrigued by their bacon wrapped crust pizza that they had a few years ago. I got that, and I have to say, I kind of liked it. Little Caesars, cost effective, and not the worst. That would be a good slogan. Cost effective, not quite the worst. All right. Rob Schaefer said his son loved it, so we will probably get it again. The things you do for your kids. It sounds like you're a good dad. You're a good dad, an understanding father. All right, let's go back. Let's go back to this. Good. Let's scroll. Batman. This tweet goes out to all the brands that were in the middle of posting a Spotify is down tweet. All right. There you go. Active. Oh, well, that came 49 minutes ago, but their last tweet before that, February 23rd. Me watching the comments come in as soon as I send a tweet. Where? There you go. Little Caesars, the jocular social media folks. Okay, I like it, Picasso. Exclusive, J. Pierce original Little Caesar 30 by 40 pizza. Okay. So a Little Caesars painting. Is that a Little Caesars NFT? So some Little Caesars love in the NFT community. Travis is a real NFT enthusiast, I believe. Scrolling.
No.
Travis? Scrolling. Whispers, I still don't know when that menu item will be back. All right. A little inside baseball, maybe. Slack HQ. Seems like you've had a rough day. Oh, yeah, Slack went down. Goes down once in a while. Hope you're ordering some pizza for dinner. That always helps me. Thank you, Little Caesars. I want to hear your top-tier pizza toppings. Go. I mean, that's an oldie but a goodie. That seems like that's an evergreen tweet. From a pizza place, what are your favorite pizza toppings? Like, you can ask that like once a week. It's one of those days where it feels like I'm 4 pieces of crazy bread away from happiness, from true happiness. There you go. Want a behind-the-scenes look at the Batman? We got you. Catch the Batman in theaters March 4th. And if you need more Batman in your life now, we heard ordering the Batman calzone will help. So, yeah, a lot of Batman tie-in. Ooh, and they got that Batman footage. Very nice. Let's keep scrolling. Batman fans, have you got a clue? What is caught on screen but never seen? Check back tomorrow, you'll know what I mean. Oh my goodness, they're riddling us like the Riddler. Oh, Little Caesars. How's your week been? Either way, you should probably get a pizza. We heard pizza's a great way to keep Valentine's Day vibes going. Uh, oh, here's one more. Scroll down, please. How to manifest your crush on Valentine's Day. 1. Speak it into existence. 2. Tag your crush in the comments. 3. Shoot your shot by asking what their fave Little Caesars pizza is. 4. Buy them that pizza. Well, I'll say this. If you shoot your shot and including Little Caesars pizza in like your first approach of your crush, I don't know if that's going to end well. I don't know if being like, I have a crush on you, feel like Little Caesars. You might, it could be, it could be you had me and then you lost me kind of situation. I don't know if I'd lead with the Little Caesars, folks. That's just me. That's just my advice. Sorry to contradict you, Little Caesars. All right, one more. So I did a thing, put off all of my responsibilities to today, and I'm quietly freaking out. Very good. Running a pizza Twitter account is funny. Because 1 minute I'm presenting a very professional report, and the next I'm brainstorming gorgeous girls' tweets. Gorgeous. Okay. I don't know what that's referring to exactly. It's a little weird. Grass Bottle saying Little Caesars is awful, but I will eat one right now. There you go. There you go. That is the Twitter account belonging to Little Caesars. That's our Twitter account deep dive. You know what? Not bad. I feel like they're a little too, I guess you got to have blind confidence in your product. See, I was going to say they're a little too confident, but I guess that's, if Little Caesars isn't going to sing the praises of their own product, who the hell is? Not me. I'm a Domino's guy as far as the fast food pizza goes. It is 12:19, taking you up till 1 o'clock right here on the West Coast, taking you up till 4 o'clock on the East Coast, taking you up till 3 o'clock in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Rob Schaefer, attorney at law, taking you up till 9 o'clock in London, England. And now let's shift gears and move into some recs and reviews. That's right. So, I mentioned yesterday, I watched a lot of movies this weekend, at least 4. And I'd love to give you some thoughts. And Travis, if you want to go ahead and bring up the Rotten Tomatoes pages for each of these movies. First, I'd like to talk about a Japanese film that's nominated for Best Picture and Best Foreign Film. It's Drive My Car. And so I watched 2 3-hour movies this past weekend. The Batman and Drive My Car. The Batman did not need to be 3 hours. Drive My Car, even though I watched it from home and was able to break it up into 2 sittings, it resonated, and I did not mind the length. The emotional journey you're on in this movie feels justified. I really like this film. You have to be in the mood for 3 hours of reading subtitles, and I know, for some folks that can be a barrier to entry, but I found it extremely rewarding. It's streaming right now on HBO Max. It's about a theater actor and teacher and his wife, who's a screenwriter, and their child died at the age of 4 years old, and it's about them picking up the pieces of their relationship and how complex and difficult it is to move on from something like that. And it's about marriage, it's about grief, it's about loss, it's about infidelity. And what really struck me about this film were the there were things I liked and there were things that I hedged on a little bit, but there were some really beautiful human moments. Like there were a couple of monologues and a couple of moments in this film where I was like just kind of struck and like I don't know, maybe just feeling like yes, that feels truthful and human. Like it feels like you were, and that's one thing I love about art and about good films and great acting and performances, that someone is giving you this experience. Someone is translating a human experience through the camera and it hits you like in the solar plexus. And it's like, that's lovely and human. I really am watching a nugget of humanity right here on screen. And Drive My Car did this several times to me. Like, it crystallized human experience in a thoughtful and lovely way. Now, I will also say there are a couple of big swings in the movie where it's like, oh, it's like something kind of over the top happened a little bit to move the story along. And I'm like, that was a little bit a slight departure, but I forgave it. I really loved this movie. I thought it was just sad and lovely. So if you want to go on, yeah, even with the subtitles, the humanity came through to me, and that's, because you can tell the actors are being truthful. So I really loved Drive My Car. And again, it's not for everybody. It's not a perfect movie. And yeah, long isn't always a plus, but I accept it. And it made it easier that I could watch it in two sittings on HBO Max. Like I watched 2 hours and then I watched the third hour like the next morning. Travis, if you want to bring up the Rotten Tomatoes page, please. Just want to sing the praises. Oh, would you do me a favor and can we go up to a couple of just see the names of the cast? Sorry about that, Travis. I just want to give them their due because it's mostly people who are unknown to me prior to this film, Japanese actors who I hadn't seen in any that I know of in any films before, and the director as well. And if you would, Hidetoshi Nishijima was amazing. He was like the heart and soul of the film. Toko Miura, so in the film, this theater teacher and actor goes to do a performance far away from his home, and this woman Toko Miura is his driver, and her story is really sad, powerful, and resonating. Great. And if you could scroll up to see the name of the director. Ryusuke Hamaguchi. Ryusuke Hamaguchi. There you go. And this film, 98% on the tomato meter, 79% audience score. And as I said, nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture. There you go. Um, Drive My Car is currently on HBO Max. Also on HBO Max and on Disney Plus, I believe. Uh, it's definitely, I think it might be on both sites, but uh, it's definitely on it's definitely on HBO Max. I watched West Side Story. West Side Story, also nominated for Best Picture. So here's the thing about West Side Story, this incarnation of it. It's got bangers. It definitely has songs that are held aloft musically, in the theater history. Uh, it's beautifully shot and staged. Steven Spielberg did the damn thing. Like this movie is gorgeous. It looks like you're entering this it's a smaller New York, but it's also a grand New York in this vision, in this staging, and the color, the radiance, the vibrancy, it's beautiful. Uh, but there's also something in that I didn't quite click with. There's a simplicity in the storytelling of the musical where it's just like, okay, like one thing happens and everything happens like conveniently in a row, and I guess you got to just turn your brain off a little bit when it comes to with a musical, because like in, I'm not spoiling anything. People know the story of West Side Story. Like, I just, it's hard for me to suspend my belief that that Tony and Maria meet one on one night for the first time and are so taken with each other that they're ready to run away together. Like literally 24 to 48 hours later. It's it takes some suspension of disbelief there. And I know, I'm like, yeah, that's how movies work. That's how escapism works. It's a story. Yeah, there was something like, I just talked about how truthful and how I thought like Drive My Car struck me with true humanity. It's almost the opposite for this. It's like, here's a simple story about people, and it's almost like it's not quite truthful enough. And of course not. It's a musical. So, yeah, I found myself a little bit at odds with that. That being said, I'm quibbling about this. Might just be a me thing, not a you thing about this, because I'm like, yeah, here's another fun fact, Hal. In real life, people don't break into song. So I get it. It's not real. But there was just something that made me feel a little bit removed from it. But on the plus side, here's one thing that I didn't think about going in. You know, with the past presidency and this place we are in our country and in the world, xenophobia and humanity of like, a person in Africa, a person in China, a person in Ukraine. We are all human beings. And this film has a lot to say about accepting people and their differences and celebrating your differences and your togetherness as humans, or in this case, as Americans. And there was something very lovely about that inherent in the story, because it is about, white New Yorkers being resistant to people immigrating there from U.S. territory, Puerto Rico, and Boricua, Puerto Rican culture, acclimating in this case, 1950s New York. And I think that's a powerful story that resonates now, in a way, when we see so much xenophobia in the world. But overall, definitely worth watching. It was beautifully made. Like, it's stunning to look at. And I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. If you want to bring it up on the tomato meter there, Travis. Yeah, 92% on the tomato meter, 94% audience score. And if you want to scroll down, let's read a couple of the reviews. Adam Kempenser from Film Spotting says, think about the efforts here to extend the prologue and the showcase the grittiness of the streets. Neighborhoods aren't neglected. They are being demolished, which underscores the irony of these gangs fighting when they have so much in common. BuzzFeed says, yes, the plot is still kind of risible, but I left the theater teary-eyed. Risible? I don't even... What is that word, Travis? Risible. Such as to provoke laughter. So the plot is... Maybe that's touching on... It's like, oh, we're supposed to believe this is happening, but it's also...
They could have said silly or unbelievable, or that's okay, BuzzFeed.
Yeah. But also, yeah, maybe it is kind of laughable, but it's also one of the oldest stories ever told, a forbidden love. Ever heard of Romeo and Juliet in Shakespeare? So, yeah. It's essentially that. Steven Spielberg's sweeping take on the tragic Romeo and Juliet tale dazzles the senses, says Mara Reinstein of Us Weekly. Scroll down a little bit. Tim Cogshell, I enjoy him, listening to him on NPR, says, everything here has been turned up to 11, and you can really feel it, even in numbers that we've heard 1,000 times before. And let's get one more. Leonard Maltin says, if you could scroll up a little. Good. Oh, and let me see this bad review, too. So, was anyone hankering for a new film adaptation of West Side Story? Did this venerable musical need refreshing? A shiny new, ethnically aware version will live alongside the earlier film for years to come. Only time will tell if it supplants the original. Okay? And then Richard Brody from New Yorker says, they've made ill-conceived additions and misguided revisions. In the process, they've managed to subtract doubly from the original. Okay, so there's a bad review from the New Yorker. West Side Story, I thought it was lovely to look at. I feel like it's a little bit of a shallow story that wants to be deeper than it actually is. And you know what? If I want to get on the soapbox about... I know Ansel Elgort has been involved. Like, there have been accusations against him. I don't know all the details of that. But Ansel Elgort, he's been involved now in two, in my opinion, in this humble broadcaster's opinion, two very shallow love stories. This one... and Baby Driver. He and Lily James in Baby Driver, it's such a flimsy connection that always bugged me about that movie. It was just like, oh, they made googly eyes at each other, and now they're willing to go to the ends of the earth for each other. It was like I never felt that connection. And I guess Ansel Elgort, he on screen, he just he makes women fall in love with just a glance, just a look, nothing more, nothing less. I don't know. That bugs me a little. But yeah, so HBO Max has some good stuff. I feel like as far as streaming services go, like you kind of get your money's worth from HBO Max, just as far as like the amount of like theatrical films that are coming to that streaming service. And yeah, so right now, Drive My Car and West Side Story. That was Recs and Reviews. It's 12:37. We're taking you up until 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock when The Drive with Mario Smith will follow. All right. Travis, let's shift gears here and jump over to a little bit of Florida man news. So this, I've been talking about the Don't Say Gay law that I feel like is going to have some just detrimental effects on people, on lives. It's I feel like it's state sanctioned homophobia. It's causing people to stay in the closet, and much of it is in regards to younger people in school, but it's born out of fear and it's anti acceptance. And so got me thinking about Florida and the whole idea of the Florida man. And we have found, this is from Meme Base, 19 insane Florida man headlines that'll make you wonder what the heck is in the water down there. All right, these are actual headlines, actual stories from Florida. And just right off the bat, this is, I call this multitasking. Florida man arrested for directing traffic while urinating. So many questions. Was he directing traffic? Like, was he a traffic officer? Was he an officer of the law? A policeman? A city or state official? Or was he just like, did homeboy just hop out of his car, start directing traffic and peeing, and he's just like some civilian? I may never know because I'm not going to click on that link. Let's keep going. Here's a headline that, it's a little bit of an ableist. I don't know if it's an intentional joke, but the headline reads, police say man with no hands and no legs is armed and on the run. I mean, I guess it didn't say he has no arms, but on the run, yeah. So I see what you did there, Florida. I mean, cops kicking the guy while he's down. All right, this I don't understand this one, but I'll tell you what might be one of the culprits here. Drugs. Florida couple trapped in unlocked closet for 2 days. Now, what? Part of the article's here. It took 2 days for a Florida man who thought he was trapped in an unlocked janitor's closet with a woman to call 911 on his cell phone. And it was only until the police arrived that John Arwood, 31, and Amber Campbell, 25, realize they could have opened the door to the closet at Daytona State College and walked out at any time, the Orlando Sentinel reported. The pair told police they were chased into the closet on Sunday, but Arwood didn't dial 911 until Tuesday, and his phone's location was tracked. Yeah. I blame drugs. Yeah. I mean that couple, I blame drugs. Um Now this is just some like five-star trolling. If this is true, this next one, I got to give props to this. Florida man suspected of using private plane to draw giant radar penis, and that that looks pretty accurate. That looks accurate. All right, Travis, what do we got? And be aware of if you want to scroll past if there's one with any profanity in it, Travis. Florida man calls 911 after PlayStation stops working. Caller, hello, unintelligible. 911, police or paramedics. Do you know about the whole thing that's going on with the PlayStation network? That's not what 911's for, pal. Florida man facing 2 weeks in jail for eating evidence in court. Well, first off, what was the evidence? Was it drugs? Was the evidence a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? But I wonder if the 2 weeks in jail is lighter. Like, did getting rid of that evidence save him time on the back end? You know what I mean? That's a good question. I hope the evidence wasn't like a knife or like a bloody shirt, because tough to eat is all I'm saying. Tough to eat. Let's see, one more. Oh, wow. So this one, it's like good pet owner, but Florida man arrested for calling 911 after his cat was denied entry into strip club. So I get it. You love your cat. But there's a time and a place. There's a time and a place. I gotta side with the strip club on this one. Sorry to the pet owner. Gotta side with the strip club. That's just a little taste of Florida news. Florida never ceases to shock and amaze, and oftentimes disappoint. As far as this new Don't Say Gay law that just got approved by the Senate today in Florida. It will become law. It is going to Ron DeSantis's desk. It seems like state-sanctioned homophobia. But listen, what are you going to do? Think about positive things, including good stuff coming up at 1 o'clock, which will be The Drive with Mario Smith. And we are very fortunate to have the man, the myth, the legend himself. Mario Smith is in the house. Mario, how are things in Chicago, Illinois?
It's a beautiful day on this International Women's Day. It is outstanding in Chicago today. But the Florida segment, man, look, a winner. That's a winner. That lady was methed out. She was all methy.
Oh
Woof,
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, did you see
mercy.
that dollar sign tattoo
I
on her
sure
neck?
did. Always a sign that that's meth
Always a
involved.
sign. Yeah, like
Meth is one of those
you
instant drugs. You do it once, and then you start doing stuff like getting neck tattoos of dollar bills and dollar signs on you.
oh yeah, oh yeah. No, they were, they were probably in that janitor's closet looking for chemicals to
More than likely.
potentially huff, for huffing purposes. Mario, is it feeling like spring or is it feeling like winter today in Chicago?
Oh, it's still winter. We had fake spring on Saturday where it was almost 60 degrees and people lost their minds and cooking outside and wearing shorts. And I kept my coat on. Like, no, this is fake. Not
Oh
not
yeah.
like fake news fake. Fake spring is a real thing in Chicago. It's a real thing everywhere, I think. You get that initial like, "Ooh, it's spring's gonna be great," and then it's like, "Oh, it snowed," and like the next day, it snowed like an
Oh
inch.
yeah.
Yeah,
And the worst is when like you get caught in poor planning and you're out and about and it's freezing and like, oh, I only brought my windbreaker. I
right.
I I need a puffer or something.
So to
Hey,
speak, yes.
yes, in more ways than one. Hey Mario, I know you're a big sports fan. We were talking hoops the other day a little bit. We
Yeah,
were talking earlier about Russell Westbrook, who I really like as a dude
I
and
like
as a
Russ.
player,
Yeah.
but he can he's not fitting in with the Lakers, and he hasn't found that team to like put him over the edge to get a chip and everything. And he got today and he was talking about people maligning him and his name, calling him West Brick,
Ooh.
and how he's offended by that and he doesn't want people to do that. And where I'm sitting, if you if you criticize a player, if you get personal about their family, or if you bring something like disgusting racially into it, like
Mhm.
that's no bueno. That's a
Right,
non-starter.
right.
But if you criticize a guy for like, make fun of his name and call him Westbrick when he's heaving up like,
Throwing stuff
when
off the
his
top of the backboard.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, where do you fall on that? Because he was saying he doesn't want his kids to like hear their last name made fun of and all this stuff.
I think Russell is one of the greatest players that the NBA has ever seen.
Top 50
Nobody
or top
at
75.
top 75 for sure. I think if the circumstances were different in Los Angeles this year, Russell Westbrook will be doing fine. In fact, I think if he goes somewhere else, he'll go revert back to form. It's just something about that. What's happening out there with the Lakers, man, it's just not. It's not working. The chemistry there is all wrong. He doesn't throw up bricks. That was. It's been alarming watching him shoot the basketball. He doesn't really drive to the cup. He's not really doing any of the triple double stuff, and he can't because LeBron James is like, I'll take that,
Yep.
And if he's not saying it, Carmelo Anthony's like, I'll take that. So I think fans of the Lakers, of which I know a few, are genuinely and rightfully upset. It doesn't look good. The bigger problem is you can't stop fans who pay $200-300 a ticket to sit on that floor to stop. You can't. And
Mm-hmm.
if you're throwing bricks, that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna call you out your name. And his kids will
Yeah.
be fine. His kids will be fine. They'll be just fine.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I agree with you, Mario. I feel like that's what offs the amount of zeros in his paychecks in his contract. That's
Mm-hmm.
what offsets the name calling, the guff that he gets from sports talk radio or
Yeah.
from people trending on Twitter or the headlines. Whether it's the back page of the New York Post or whether it's the sports section, the LA Times or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, you dry your eyes with the hundreds of $100 bills.
So to
You know.
speak. I mean,
Yeah.
you're a professional athlete. It's no different than what we're doing. People hop on in these chats and say all kinds of crazy stuff. Not
They
about you.
do. They
Not about you. No, not you. You're the man. Me? Oh my God. We
well,
somebody hopped on and said, let's talk about cheese a couple of days ago.
okay.
I was in the middle of something important, and then this guy was like, let's talk about cheese. So of course, I'm a man of the people, so we started talking about cheese.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? You want cheese talk? You're in the right spot, buddy. I got you. Cheese talk.
Wow.
Weekdays.
There you go. Well, we are no strangers to snack talk right here on. I love talking snacks.
I don't know if you heard what I said I was going to do for you, and I'm still thinking about doing it. I'm going to buy you a Dairy Queen gift card. Don't tell me you
Like
have one
this
already.
one?
Oh, yeah, just like that one. Yeah. I thought about you. I thought about you because I haven't been to a Dairy Queen in many years. But a couple of weeks ago, you had a wonderful last segment, and
Oh, thank you.
I told Jay Bliss, I'm like, dude, I think I'm gonna buy Hal a gift card from Dairy Queen. I
You know
know they're
what?
fewer in California. I definitely can do that.
If you're in Los Angeles, I'll take you over to Burbank and we can hit up DQ. Get a couple of dipped cones. You ever have a dipped cone, Mario?
Yes, I used to live 4 doors down from a Dairy Queen out in the south suburbs of Illinois. Yeah,
you lucky man.
Oh, let me tell you, I used to love it. It was so cool. If I had $10 to like just throw away, right to
yeah, jump into some hot eats and cool treats.
Hey man, there's only one way to go.
Mario, I know you cover the gamut on your show. Anything you're excited in particular about talking about today?
There's a few things. One, we're talking about the gas situation and what the truth is about why gas prices are so high. We're also going to talk some sports. Unfortunately for me, the dog-faced gremlin is coming back to Green Bay. So we're going to talk about that. And Russell Wilson getting traded. Big news today in the NFL. There's a lot going on in other areas, and we'll try to cover all of it from 3 Central until it's time to go home. Yesterday's show didn't happen. I don't know if you saw it. My entire setup crashed.
Oh,
I was doing the robot. It was horrible. It was horrible. Oh. And by the way, before I go, did a man draw on a map, a radar map? Is that what I was seeing? I don't want to say the name.
Yes.
Did he do that?
A man flew a plane on his radar to form the shape of penis and testicles.
Sweet. What a world. This is the greatest. This is the greatest country in the world. Look at that. And that's the name of my new band, Giant Radar Penis. We're going to be at the Metro for 3 shows starting Saturday.
I am there. Mario, that was a good eye. Congrats on the new band. And everybody, stick around for the drive with Mario Smith. Be a passenger on his plane.
We're drawing all kinds of body parts on the plane.
Exactly. Always great to see you, Mario.
Right on. Shout out to Travis, my man. See you guys.
Mario Smith, everybody. Stick around for the drive with Mario Smith. Now it's time for our final segment of the show, which is Rejected Segments. And today's Rejected Segment is Hal enjoys using a back scratcher just a little too much. Hal enjoys using this back scratcher Travis said, don't do it because it would make people uncomfortable to see you enjoying this too much. And I'm like, but it's going to feel good. So I'm just like, it would be, oh, that's the spot.
No. We are going to be off the air in like a minute. Just do it then.
Oh, boy. A rejected segment for good reason. Folks, I am Hal Rudnick. This was your pal Hal. We'll be back with you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Thank you, everyone, for spending time with us. Thank you to everyone at Backchannel. Thank you, producer Travis. Stick around for the drive with Mario Smith, and we'll talk to you next time.